Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of FCA Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Weekly digest for week 2 of November 2025. Advent International is closing in to swoop up a controlling stake in the listed home appliances maker Whirlpool of India, in the latest sign of a deal-making frenzy for local businesses of global corporations that are realigning their widespread footprint. The company behind home appliances has been looking to cut costs and focus on selling higher margin items. The Serious Fraud Investigation Office is investigating Future Retail and its group companies. This probe follows intelligence about corporate governance lapses and suspicious related party transactions. The investigation will scrutinize financial dealings and board decisions. It aims to determine if transactions complied with the Companies Act and were disclosed properly. Key executives and former directors may be questioned. Skoda Auto India has hit highest ever monthly sales in October, driven by the success of its new compact SUV, the Kailack. This milestone, combined with the near-instant sellout of the limited edition Octavia RS, signals a significant upswing for the brand that is also celebrating its 25th year in the country. The recent festive season, coupled with GST rate cut, led to record sales for the entire industry. Even as fundraising environment remains challenging, the private equity or PE space in India is consolidating at the top. In 2025 so far, just 12 PE funds have raised $5.78 billion, whereas in 2021, a similar quantum was mopped up by as many as 24 players. In 2023 too, the spoils of about $6 billion were shared between 23 funds. This concentration of capital shows that limited partners or LPs are funneling larger checks to a smaller number of proven fund managers, pushing the country closer to more homegrown billion-dollar PE funds. Global investment firm Think Investments acquired a 0.41% stake in edtech unicorn PhysicsWallah for approximately Rs 136 crore through a secondary share transaction completed on November 4th, days before the company's Rs 3,480 crore IPO scheduled to open on November 11th. The $3 billion investment firm purchased 10.72 million shares from 14 PhysicsWallah employees at Rs 127 apiece, 17% higher than the IPO's upper price band of Rs 109 per share. The Hindustan Aeronautics Limited or HAL sealed a major deal with American defense major GE Aerospace to procure 113 jet engines for its Tejas light combat aircraft program. Under the deal, the delivery of F-404 GE IN-20 engines will begin from 2027 and the supplies will have to be completed by 2032. The deal came despite 50% tariff imposed by Trump administration on Indian goods and amid US-India trade deal which has been facing delays. The deal, estimated at around $1 billion, includes the engine supply and a support package for the LCA Mk-1A fleet. Adani Enterprises is set to unlock significant value by listing several key businesses. These include airports, metals, roads and data centers. The company anticipates these listings will occur between 2027 and 2031. This strategic move follows a successful listing phase from 2016 to 2020. Newer verticals are expected to generate substantial shareholder wealth over the next decade. General Atlantic is close to acquiring a 7% stake in Balaji Wafers for Rs 2,500 crore. This deal values the Gujarat-based snack maker at approximately Rs 35,000 crore. Balaji Wafers founder Chandu Virani confirmed the negotiations are in final stages. The company is a major player in the Indian salty snack market, ranking third nationally. Spanish auto components maker Grupo Antolin is planning to sell its India operations for 150 million euros. The company has engaged advisors for the sale. Grupo Antolin supplies global passenger vehicle makers and has customers like Tata Motors and Mahindra in India. PwC is facilitating the sale process. Zepto Cafe, the quick service food arm of IPO-bound Zepto, has temporarily shuttered operations for about 200 of its Zepto Cafe stores on account of muted demand for the cafe offering in those areas. Operating across over 600 stores, Zepto Cafe has decided to reprioritize cafe resources from about 200 Zepto cafes to its quick commerce vertical or other cafe stores as it looks to improve efficiency. The company's course correction with its cafe offerings comes on the heels of its $450 million fundraise led by US-based pension fund California Public Employees Retirement System. The round, which was closed at a valuation of $7 billion, took the company's cash balance to $900 million. Gautam Adani's group is set to build a massive battery energy storage system in Western India. This project aims to support the group's renewable energy goals. Their facility, planned for completion by March 2026, will be India's largest and among the world's biggest single-location systems. The Adani Group is also seeking technological partnerships for this ambitious venture. The National Financial Reporting Authority, or NFRA, is releasing new toolkits for small and medium accounting firms. These guides focus on fundamental audit aspects. The initiative aims to boost overall audit quality across India. NFRA plans to issue more toolkits covering other key audit areas. This effort supports audit practitioners and enhances sustainable audit practices. Reflecting a sharper focus on balance sheet hygiene, both banks and non-bank lenders accelerated the offloading of stressed assets during the September quarter. Retail bad loan sales nearly doubled. Corporate bad loan sales also saw a significant increase. This move reflects a focus on cleaning balance sheets. The trend is expected to continue in upcoming quarters. Asset reconstruction companies are adapting to the shift. Commercial banks are planning to request the Reserve Bank of India, or RBI, to lower the provisioning requirement for Stage 2 loans as proposed in the Draft Expected Credit Loss, or ECL, framework for loan loss provisioning released last month. For Stage 2 loans, most of which fall under the Special Mentions Account 1 or 2 or SMA 1 or SMA 2 in the current incurred loss regime, the RBI has set a floor or minimum requirement of 5% provision in the ECL regime. Banks generally make 0.4% provisions for such loans now. The central government has approved the reappointment of Justice Retired Ashok Bhushan as the chairperson of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, or NCLAT. He will continue to serve in this role from the date he assumes charge of the post. Justice Ashok Bhushan is a former judge of the Supreme Court of India and has previously served as the chairperson of NCLAT. His reappointment ensures continuity in the functioning of the Appellate Tribunal, which handles appeals arising from orders of the National Company Law Tribunal, IBC matters, and other corporate law disputes. Belgium, a hub for several Indian diamond merchants and the residents of the fugitive Mehul Choksi, will share all old information with India on criminal tax matters. This new provision, along with other procedures to salvage tax, is incorporated in the revised India-Belgium tax treaty, which was notified by the Finance Ministry on Monday. Under the amended treaty, Belgium would share data pertaining to even those issues that date back to the period before the agreement between the two countries came into force. Bikaji Foods International Limited is set to invest $5 lakh in its US subsidiary, Bikaji Foods International USA Corp. The company's board has approved this additional investment. Furthermore, Bikaji Foods will execute a Rs 4 crore loan agreement with Patent Food Processors Private Limited. The acquisition of equity shares will make Patent Food Processors a wholly owned subsidiary. Similar to Bikaji Foods businesses in India, the US unit also trades in all types of food and food-related products including bhujia, namkeen, sweets, frozen products, etc. JSW Steel is considering selling half of its stake in Bhushan Power and Steel. Japanese firm JFE Steel Corp is reportedly leading the race to acquire the stake. The deal, valued at approximately Rs 15,000 to 16,000 crore, is expected to be finalized by December. This move follows the Supreme Court's clearance of Bhushan Power's resolution plan. Biocon is exploring merging its biosimilars arm, Biocon Biologics, with itself, potentially valuing the unit at $4.5 billion. The company is in advanced talks with minority investors for a share swap, considering various value creation options including an IPO or merger. This move aims to address acquisition-related debt and unlock shareholder value. Mahindra & Mahindra and Manulife have agreed to form a 50-50 life insurance joint venture pending regulatory approval. This partnership aims to enhance financial well-being in India by leveraging Mahindra's rural reach and Manulife's urban agency expertise. The venture will offer tailored savings and protection solutions, aspiring to be the leading life insurer for rural and semi-urban India. India is becoming the top choice for global media companies establishing capability centers. These centers are crucial for production, post-production, and analytics. Driven by vast talent pool and technological advancements, India offers significant cost savings. Major companies are investing heavily, creating high-value jobs and positioning India as a global innovation hub for entertainment. SEBI has observed that several digital platforms, apps and fintech intermediaries are offering investment products described as digital gold or e-gold. These products are marketed as an alternative to physical gold or gold-backed securities, often featuring online purchase, storage and resale options. SEBI has clarified that digital gold or e-gold is not recognized as a security under the SEBI Act or related regulations. These products are also not classified as commodity derivatives under SEBI's regulatory framework. As a result, such offerings operate entirely outside SEBI's regulatory supervision. This means that entities selling these products are not subject to SEBI's compliance, disclosure, auditing, or investor protection standards. Andhra Pradesh has set an ambitious goal of attracting $1 trillion in global and domestic investment in 5 years, as the state looks to position itself as a major industrial hub. The state has already got $120 billion investment commitments over the past 16 months. Andhra Pradesh also aims to add 50,000 hotel rooms in the next 3 years. ArcelorMittal, Google are among the global majors investing in the state. BPCL is establishing Rs 1 lakh crore refinery project, while NTPC is developing a Rs 1.65 lakh crore green hydrogen hub. 5 of India's top 10 solar manufacturing companies have also selected Andhra Pradesh as their base. Computer Age Management Services or CAMS, India's largest registrar and transfer agent for mutual funds, announced on Wednesday the launch of CAMS Lens, an AI-powered tool capable of providing real-time contextual analysis of regulatory changes. The tool has been developed with the objective to ensure near-instant, consistent and accurate implementation of regulatory circulars from SEBI, provision to be extended to other financial sector regulators such as the RBI, IRDAI, PFRDA and IFSCA. The Karnataka government has approved a new menstrual leave policy granting 1 day of paid leave per month to women employees in registered establishments. After expert committee review and multiple consultations, the policy received cabinet approval. The initiative is hailed as a historic step towards women's health, welfare and empowerment, earning widespread appreciation. Global banks are increasingly choosing India's gift city for dollar-denominated debt, diverting business from established Asian financial centers. Attractive tax incentives, particularly the absence of withholding tax, enable cheaper financing. This growing hub is poised to capture a larger share of Indian corporate offshore borrowing, signaling a significant shift in regional finance. Banks in Gujarat International Finance Tech City disbursed nearly $20 billion in dollar loans to Indian corporates in the fiscal year ended March, more than a third of the total issued for local companies globally. That's up from 2 years ago when banks at the hub disbursed only 16%, according to data from IFSCA, the hub's regulator. In a strategic financial move, Jio Leasing Services, a subsidiary of Jio Financial Services, has injected Rs 45 crore into Reliance International Leasing IFSC via a rights issue. This brings Jio Leasing's cumulative investment in this venture to an impressive Rs 166.55 crore, aimed at bolstering the operational framework of Reliance International Leasing IFSC. Hero Future Energies will develop 4 gigawatt of renewable energy projects in Andhra Pradesh. This initiative involves an investment of Rs 30,000 crore. The projects will be established in Anantapuramu, Kurnool and Kadapa districts. Over 15,000 jobs will be created. This pact reinforces Andhra Pradesh's standing as a renewable energy hub. The agreement is valid for 12 months. Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai and Tata Motors are significantly boosting production by 20 to 40% to meet surging demand post GST cuts. Retail sales hit a record high in October with strong festive demand and lower taxes depleting dealership stocks. Car makers anticipate this revival to sustain into next year with industry growth forecasts revised upwards. India is planning to enable direct satellite connectivity for mobile phones, potentially bringing internet to remote areas. The Department of Telecommunications will seek recommendations from TRAI on a framework for these direct-to-device services, including pricing. This move aims to make phone connectivity as seamless as 4G or 5G, though telcos have raised concerns about business impact. Amidst rising tariffs, Indian toy exporters are grappling with a 50% drop in orders from the United States, prompting a shift in buyer interest towards competitors such as China and Vietnam. To remain competitive, exporters are adjusting by lowering prices and streamlining their designs. The Reserve Bank of India has allowed banks and finance companies to give a moratorium on loans for a limited period. On Friday, the banking regulator announced relief measures for exporters under various sectors, including leather, apparel, gem and jewelry, and chemicals. As part of relief measures, a borrower who has export credit facility from a regulated entity as on August 31, 2025 and classified as standard will be eligible for various relief measures. These measures include moratorium on all repayments starting from September 1, 2025 till December 31, 2025. The last time RBI has allowed banks to give a similar moratorium was during the pandemic in 2021. Ronnie Screwvala-led Upgrad has signalled its intention to join the pool of prospective bidders in the ongoing insolvency process of Think and Learn Private Limited or TLPL, the parent company of Byju's. This move follows a similar expression of interest submitted by Ranjan Pai's Manipal Education and Medical Group India, which is also seeking to participate in TLPL's corporate insolvency resolution process. Alongside its bid for TLPL, Upgrad is also engaged in acquisition discussions with Unacademy at a valuation of between $300 to $400 million. Reliance Industries will set up a 1 gigawatt artificial intelligence data center in Andhra Pradesh, marking another major technology investment in the state shortly after Google announced its $15 billion AI data center project in Visakhapatnam. In addition to the AI infrastructure, RIL will develop a greenfield integrated food park in Kurnool on 170 acres allotted by Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. India's largest hospitality company, Indian Hotels or IHCL, on Friday signed agreements to acquire a 51% stake in Sparsh Infratech, owning company of Atmantan, a luxury wellness center near Pune, for Rs 240 crore. While IHCL has its own wellness program named J Wellness at its properties, Atmantan will be the first dedicated wellness center in its portfolio, marking its entry into the integrated wellness segment. Samsung Electronics has significantly increased prices for certain memory chips, with some seeing a 60% jump compared to September. This surge is driven by high demand for AI data centers and is impacting server makers and potentially other electronics. The move comes as the company delays formal pricing announcements, reflecting extreme price premiums in the market.
This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.